Good morning, everyone. This is EJK, and today's game that we're going to be taking a look at is between OneTrickPony versus AdditionalPylons. OneTrickPony in the bottom left-hand corner here, and AdditionalPylons is in the top right-hand corner as the red Protoss player. Looks like both of the bots have decided to scout immediately after the pylon and the supply depot. Very early scout. They're not going to see anything very significant. AdditionalPylons comes in, and what do we see? We see a barracks towards the wall. We see no gases, which is very odd in a normal type play, but in bot land anything goes. I'm not actually sure if that was enough to catch the entire gas. I think it was. It looks like it. Meanwhile, OneTrickPony was able to see no gas again and gateway. So adding these two simulators now right after OneTrickPony left could have potentially messed up the scouting information. Both players have also kind of messed up on the supply count. OneTrickPony is adding another depot very early. AdditionalPylons has added this additional pylon also very early. And as a result, the cybernetic score is being delayed instead of from this investment of the pylon, and this third barracks was delayed with the investment of the second depot. OneTrickPony seems to have a continuous loop that is taking up a lot of actions per minute here. It's the barracks as they're rallying right next to each other. So I guess you gotta make sure that the Marines pop out on the right side of the wall. That is a lot of actions per minute though. Ooh, another barracks being made. We have a total of 4 barrackses. OneTrickPony is going to be going for one base all in, and a 5th barracks as well. No gases. This is entirely a mineral based only build. That makes it very simplistic in its execution, which is a big plus when you're programming a bot with limited amounts of time. The Zealot was forced away, not able to go up to the ramp to see what's going on. Really though, there's no reason to try to poke up into the ramp, besides to see the units that are on top of the ramp. You know, maybe if you see this many Marines at the top of the ramp, you know that at 3 minutes, that's not something that you can do off of 1 barracks, let alone 2 barracks. Therefore, in order to get that many Marines, you must have had more than 2 barracks, and in this case it's 5. And the only reason why you would be having so many barracks is because you're going for an all-in. AdditionalPylons recognizes that this is not a macro-based play, I think, because of the shield battery also not taking an expansion as well. That Zealot, he just kept trying. He stuck his nose where it didn't belong. Now he paid the price. OneTrickPony's depot placement is very interesting. I'm not really sure. They're very evenly spaced out, excluding the one from the wall because it needs to be at the wall. I like the geometric symmetry design of the depots, although it has no strategic value whatsoever. AdditionalPylons now has the Nexus underway, feeling safe enough to expand. Robotics Bay, 2 robotics facilities not doing anything. That's a very large investment cost for not little gain right now. OneTrickPony is starting to move out with all of his Marines and SCVs. I mean, by move out, I mean kind of move out. One of the Stalkers goes down. Not great for AdditionalPylons. AdditionalPylons with the Stalkers, this many Stalkers would be theoretically enough to stop all of these Marines and SCVs, as long as stuff like that doesn't happen. Stalkers have enough range, and their attack animation is decent enough such that you are able to indefinitely kite these Marines without taking significant amounts of damage. AdditionalPylons is very, very aware of what is going on, and there's not a pylon down to build cannons or shield batteries quite yet. The pylons are simply just buying time. Ooh, Stalker gets mobbed. Yikes. Horrible place to build another Stalker. Instantly wasted. That's a full cost Stalker being shot down at like 5%. That's horrible. OneTrickPony has 25 Marines against 1 Stalker and 1 Zealot. This Stalker here is kind of messing the battle up, and OneTrickPony's SCVs are busy trying to kill the Nexus. Meanwhile, the Marines are getting slaughtered. They really need the support of the SCVs so that they can tank damage and not die. These Marines are going up this ramp. Oh my gosh, these cannons are doing so much work. Shield battery is now out of energy, so that these cannons are going to fall. These SCVs are supposed to be in front, but they are behind, and that is a bad position to build a sanctuary. Oh my gosh. Oh. That was painful to watch. Meanwhile, the Colossus is on the way. This could be a game changer for AdditionalPylons. A big priority target for the Terran player would be to attack one of these three pylons, preferably these pylons that are actually powering buildings. And by shutting these pylons down, AdditionalPylons would not be able to build units from the warp gate and robotics facility. And that would essentially be checkmate right there. Unfortunately for OneTrickPony, AdditionalPylons now has this Colossus out, and this Colossus is basically unkillable against the current composition that OneTrickPony has. Colossus has 7 range, deals 17 damage against light. Are SCVs light? Yes, SCVs are light. Marines are light as well, so 34 damage because it attacks twice. SCVs have armor, SCVs don't have armor, Marines don't have armor, so 34 total damage. This Colossus is going to make short work of the remaining army. And that just about does it for this game. There's not much that OneTrickPony has that can stop this Colossus. It would be nice to see if OneTrickPony was able to transition out of this build after recognizing that it's done, in fact, a lot of economic damage. And if it was able to expand, go into defensive mode with a bunker. Oh no, Colossus is getting stuck. Get some sort of gas tech out. A tank would have been really great against this Colossus. Even a Cyclone can definitely take this Colossus down with proper micro, but that's a little bit more complex. A Viking, but Starport takes a little bit longer than making a tanked build because of the production time of building that Starport. Any of those higher tech units really would have been able to take down this Colossus. As we see here, this Colossus has no weaknesses. It is at the top of the food chain. And OneTrickPony does not have a follow-up. Now, keep in mind watching this game that this was played on patch 4.8.1, an old patch, not the most recent one. And I believe it was played a couple weeks ago as well, so OneTrickPony might have some new updated code such that this type of shenanigans is not going to be left unpunished. Wow, also continuously building SCVs on only 3 mineral patches is a big mistake as well. OneTrickPony really doesn't have any endgame code, and if it did, it might significantly increase the win percentage compared to working on the micro aspect or working on the build order aspect. On the micro aspect, having the SCVs in front is crucial to keeping those Marines alive, and keeping those Marines alive means that you're basically going to win. those Marines don't stay alive, then no amount of micro is going to help those Marines win if there's a big count of Marines, or is going to help them win if there's a low count of Marines. It's simply a numbers game at this point. In which case, this Colossus has 104 kills, so good for it. That's pretty much the end of this game here. If anybody has any cool games that they've seen that they'd like to be casted, just send me a message on Discord, and I will be happy to take a look at those games and try to get them up as soon as possible. There's about 7 minutes left on this, so I'm going to tap out, and thank you all for watching, and see you all next time.